Alright guys, welcome back to the RC Guru YouTube channel. The cage for the budget build. Look at everything. I'll do a sweep over everything for you. Let's see, we got shocks, we got tires, the ESCs in, the cage is in, the axles are ready to go, the motor is ready to go. I got proper fittings, or what are they called? XT60. This is a Tamiya connector coming off this KYRC. It's basically a Hobbywing 1080. So I need to chop that off, and I need to put an XT60 on it. And that's okay, because I can solder, and I'll do that off camera. I also need to wire this BEC. See this BEC? This itself doesn't have a very strong BEC. I believe it's only 2 amps. So we want something with a little more than 2 amps. I could put a Castle BEC in it, but this is the budget build. So we're going with a Hobbywing BEC. It's 5 amps and 6 volts, and that's what this sucker of a servo wants. So that's what it's gonna get. So we'll hook that up just in line with the power. And then the output we'll have to put in, I'll have to change that just so it plugs in to our old school axial AX3. So cost on this, free. That's been around forever. We got some Amazon deep dish wheels. They're nothing crazy, and I had these tires for quite a long time since they came out, so we're going to use them. They're Baja Pro X's, and they're 2.2s. They're a huge tire. Let's see how tall they are. They're right on the side. I think that says 5.88 inches tall for a 2.2. Now I know it's missing some hardware. We'll get to that. Main point we're going to focus on today, these are shocks off of Base Camp. I got them free. So basically what we have to do, they're tuned for dual stage. We don't want dual stage, it's a Buggy. I want to just run single stage. So we're going to take these Anyway, we're going to take these and make them all single stage. So the best thing about an SCX 10.3 shock, other than they don't leak, is they have screwed in cups on the bottom so the springs don't fall off. So you need a screwdriver to get everyone off, and it's one of my personal favorite features that they came out with. If you hear anything in the background, that's just my 3D printer. So I'm talking a little bit louder for today, but that's alright. Okay, it's going to be as easy as that. We're going to open the bottom up, and we don't need any of this top stuff. We need our slide adjuster that's already on here. And that's on there just fine. I don't know, we'll leave it has limiters on it, but that's for up travel. So we'll wait to see if we keep them or not. It's awesome, these go back together one way. You can see which way they go. And then single stage shock. And that's 100 millimeters, I believe. So we're gonna put them in every corner. It's got these nice little bump outs. Yeah. And these are going to go right up to the corners of the cage. We're not going to bother putting them upside down, anything crazy like that today, because we'll have to find spacers, and that just takes too long. Alright, I'll do the rest of these shocks, and then I'll bring you back. Hey guys, welcome back. Shocks are on, as you can see. We got our link chassis, just floppy as it can get. Now what's next? What's next? What's next? What's next? I'm making an electronics tray. It comes off here, can you see? From here to here. And I'm hoping, like I'm gonna print it, and I'm hoping that it fits just right in there. Everything inside, because the drive shaft and the drive shafts. Okay, so I found these drive shafts laying around. They're not the best. They're also not the worst. They're a combination of wild boars and Traxxas and TF2s, but they're long, and long's what we need because we got a long wheelbase. So let's put these bad boys on. Is there a longer one of the two? They're both the same. This. Alright, well, let's just throw them on. Who cares? Who cares what's what? We'll try this one on the front and that one on the back. So look at them, see what they need. That's always a good sign. I'm gonna go in. .5 in this one. Well, did we ever put a pinion in this, guys? Just one screw has a pinion. Okay, right on. Great. So I can get buttoned down. Doesn't need much more than that. Yeah. Cool. Excellent. Alrighty. I'll get that over so I can see it. There we go. Get that fella in there. Something like that. And also, if you have plastic drive shafts, it gives your whole build a weak point. And you always want to build a weak point into it. And I'm going to phase these drive shafts even though they're mismatched. And by phasing them, it means that when I put the set screw in, the screwdriver, I want the screwdriver to go in this way. I want it to go in this way. So it's exactly the same phase. It's just a fancy word for it. Everything in line. So you see how I check it there a couple times? Now that's in phase. So I'm going to stretch this out just a little bit. There. And now, front one. So let's flip it around. What are we going on the bottom here? This one pins in it everywhere. Missing pins. 1.5 pin. We're good. Okay. If you're wondering what these are just little pieces that Axial includes in their drive shafts, and they just kind of spin around the shaft and prevent your screws from falling out. So, see these little pieces? Yeah, I'm going to put them on both ends, and then the screws won't fall out. You just put them like that, and then they're out of your way, and then give them a spin, let them do whatever. So hold on to your parts, because these aren't supposed to go on here, but they work great, see? And then once you get that down, just a little tilt. That goes in the proper way. We'll do that for the top one as well. Then all of them will have it. Get that looking nice. There we go. Oh, that's pretty thick for up there. Oh yeah, the casing. Okay, we're gonna have to halt. This casing's rubbing against this large yoke, so we need the smaller yoke. So we'll just put the back one on the front and the front one on the back, I think. Alright, once I got that switched around, we'll bring it back. Alright guys, we got the drive shafts in, the front and the back debacle figured out. Now we're going to drop the cage on it, I believe. How does that sound? That sounds like fun to me. This is our cage, our buggy, our moon buggy. That's what took so long to get here. Why did it take so long? Well, you know where it came from. Handmade at Chinatown, which is great. All the stuff's there. This is an Intigy cage. If you can find them, because it's so old, I paid $33, I believe, for this cage, but it took like 3 months to get here. But it's a wicked buggy cage. That's why you can't find them anymore, because they're so not expensive. They're so they just work. So I got a metal skid from before, if you guys remember, and we're going to bolt it directly up. Let's have a look at it here. Let's raise it up just a little bit. Pull my drive shafts all out there. Easy. Oh, that one's going to be a problem all the time, is it? Okay. Alright, so what this tells me now is we need a longer front drive shaft. Okay, I'll bring you back. I'm going to swap things around. Alright guys, welcome back. I got the geometry all set up and figured around with, so now we're locking down the shocks. I found 4 of the same screws. I'm not going to Loctite them. I'm just going to set them in there. These shocks already have really nice spacers on them, which is great. See, it gives it that just a little bit wider stance. You see the buggy? It's looking pretty decent. Looking pretty half decent for under $100 so far. Now you could go and get cap axles off AliExpress. I think they're 60 bucks, and they'd be not the same width, but they would give you portals. Cool. So it doesn't hit anywhere, and I'm gonna leave those stoppers in because that stops it perfect in the back, and I'm gonna take the stoppers out in the rear. And the stoppers are just these little guys right here. It's like pulling a tooth. Just spaces the shock so now it can go all the way up when it couldn't before. Okay? Limits its travel. Put that back in the save box. You want to limit the travel a bit on the front. Yeah, because the drive shaft and everything else just weasels through there just perfect as it is. Great. We'll leave that as it is. That's a decent looking buggy so far. Look at that. And the moon crawler? That's not bad at all. Do we got another little screw for the bottom there? Always. See if we can get that in. Nice and tight like. I can slip the screwdriver in there just to sneak one in on her here. Oh, sorry, pull her out of frame here, guys. I don't even know if this is working or not. Alright, bang. That screw didn't. Look at that. Forgot one. Is that what just fell? A nut? No. Okay. Alright, so I forgot one of these links. I forgot one of them for you guys to show you how I did it. Look at that. So it just goes into the back. And you find yourself a nylon nut. So you put it on once and you don't have to worry about it. Nylon nut. Got your 2 mil. Something like that. And we got to pull the stopper out of this side. Sometimes they don't want to come out. There. Now we got great articulation in the back. Leaving them up. Make it nice and soft. The front ones, make them stay soft. Nothing is hitting really bad. I could use a shorter screw in there, honestly. It's getting close to the bar anyway. Okay, excellent. So I'm printing a tray for this, and hopefully that'll fit right in there in the back. Get the tray in there. Get all that wired up. Anyway, that's a hole. I'll do that off camera. This has to be changed around and fiddled with and made to look pretty. For now, we might as well, let's put the wheels on it. We'll put the wheels on it and see what it looks like. I'm getting excited. I want to drive this thing. Oh, okay. We gotta adjust our links in the back just a little bit. You see that drive shaft angle? That's no bueno. That's not gonna work for us. See, it's hitting there. That's no bueno at all. So to fix that, we're gonna go ahead 2 holes. We're gonna go ahead 2 holes on both sides. I'm just moving this wire out of the way. I'll just push that up there for now. So ahead 2 holes, that's no big deal. That's why you do it now. See it on the bench. Get in there now. I was going to say at first it's probably not going to want to do it because you're forcing one side against the other. Hold on there. But once you get your nuts started, you're fine. Good. You guys can still see a bit. Can't deal with it, eh? And we need a shorter screw on this side. The drive shaft's right in the line. See how long I had to turn that? Just get that out of there. Don't need that. So we need something that is a lot shorter than that thing. Perfect. Perfect. Sneak in here. There, how's our articulation now? Oh yeah. That's the ticket there. Front's hitting on the drive shaft, but that's alright. We can't get any more out of the shocks, it is what it is. They're hundreds. The back needs a little more squished down, doesn't it? Alright, I guess, and for the finale for today, part 2, we might as well throw the tires on, see what she looks like. Don't forget, your bars are directional. this thing's gonna turn into a monster, isn't it? Small and assuming to the biggest tires. This thing's gonna be fun to drive. Who says you can't have fun on a budget? With saved parts, and like I said, just waiting, time, holding on to things. I mean, mind you, these tires are expensive, but you don't have to use these tires. Just because I had them laying around. They're so big, they're only good for buggies, so. Oh, there we go. Okay. SLW style. Center lock, you know what I mean? Finds the absolute center of the wheel. See how this hub, you see this X? There's nothing else on it. And then if you look at this X, there's an indent, there's two indents, one for the 12mm and then one for the SWL or whatever they call it. Look at the back shot on that thing. This thing's turned into a monster. Oh smokes, this thing's like 15 inches wheelbase. It's full Wraith wheelbase. Let's see, look at that. Nothing hitting. Holy flex monster. Can you see the size of that, guys? Holy smokes. That sucker. Look at the flex. My hand, two hands. I'm liking that. Look at the front. Alright, that's cool. Like and subscribe. Let's get this going for part 3. This was part 2. Part 3 is going to be a lot of electronics and other things like that. But that looks mean. That looks great. For a budget build, guys, this is fantastic. Get excited just like me.